All right. So if you have a pillow, if you'd like to have that for the end of class, you can grab that. If not, no worries. 2 blocks if you have them, or something you can use as blocks. Grab that now. So this is a morning flow. So it's going to be more gentle, 45 minutes. Take breaks when you need to, modify when you need to. And let's just, slowly warm up, slowly wake up the body. So we're going to start in a child's pose, and we're going to take the blocks if you have them. You can also use like throw pillows or whatever you got around the house, books. And you're going to take one block in front of the other at the lowest height. And I'm just going to take my right elbow on top of my left, and you're going to hold onto your shoulder blades and open up your knees a little wider, big toes to touch. And we're going to slowly start to fold. So if you need to heighten the block to get your forehead down, go for it. And just taking the elbows, taking the forehead down to the ground and holding on to the shoulder blades. So just start with taking the breath through the nostrils. And just see if you can expand into your hands, into your back ribs. And then use the exhale to soften the hips heavier, to relax your belly. And just try that again, inhaling, expanding through the back body as much as possible. And then exhaling, feeling this gentle release. Just try that one more time, inhaling, finding that rhythm in your breath, and exhaling. Okay, when you're ready, you're just going to start to twist a little bit to the right. So the left elbow will stay on the ground. And then take your right hand to that other block. Maybe the cheek can come down to the block and really just spiral yourself open. So try to bring that left shoulder, that left rib cage through, and then open up your right shoulder here. You can keep holding on to that top shoulder as well. And just take a nice, good breath here as we open up through the thoracic spine, the upper, the mid-back area. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly come back through center. And we'll come all the way up to seated. Take your right elbow on top of your left, extend the arms. And I just want you to pulse. So just hugging in the arms so that you feel the pec muscles, you feel the shoulders. And then I'm going to cross, intertwine the forearms, and either the palms are touching, backs of the hands are touching, or you keep holding on to shoulder blades. Okay, when you're ready, you're going to inhale, press down through the feet, lift the hips forward as you lift the elbows. And then hug everything in. So elbows into the navel, sit back towards your heels and round the spine. So try that again. Inhale, I push the hips a bit more forward. I lift the elbows up, find a back bend. And then exhale, I round as much as I can. Tuck the tail, elbows into the navel, chin towards the chest. And try that again. So try to lengthen through the front of your hips here as much as you can, engaging through your glutes. And then exhaling, rounding, getting that stretch through the whole back chain. Good. When you're ready, come to seated, release your arms, take a breath, inhale. And exhale. Cross your left elbow on top of your right, hold onto your shoulder blades. Inhale here, and then start to fold in between those thighs. Again, forehead to the floor or to the block. Just let your elbows rest. Inhaling into your hands, so expanding through the back ribs. And then exhaling, softening what you can. So really seeing if you can start to let go of any clenching, any gripping in the hip creases. And just keeping the breath a little deeper into that back body. Getting into those stickier spots. And then when you're ready, we're going to slowly start to twist to the left. So take your cheek down to the block if you can, and then reach that left arm over your head. Maybe you can grab hold of the block or touch the block and just keep spiraling your chest open to the left. Relaxing through the side of your face. And just see if you can bring those right ribs a bit more through. Open up through the top shoulder. Take one more breath as the left sit bone is a bit heavier. And then we'll come through center, come to seated, keep that left elbow crossed on top. Arms are straight, and I just want you to pulse in. So spreading gently through your fingers, pulsing the arms into center till you feel the pec muscles really start to turn on. Crossing the left arm on top, intertwine the forearms, so palms to touch or backs of the hands touching. Okay, we're gonna inhale, lift, push the hips forward, lift the elbows, and then exhale, round everything in. Good, again like that, so moving with the breath. Inhale, push down through the feet. Exhale, round as much as you can. Good, inhale, full breath in. Eyes open or closed here. Exhale, full breath out. Good, when you're ready, we'll slowly release the arms. Take a breath, inhale. Settle your shoulders, exhale. Good, when you're ready, we're gonna take those blocks forward to the top of the mat. That's where they'll be the most useful. Come onto your hands and knees, wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And we're gonna see if we can lift our palms up, lift our thumbs. And then you're gonna sit back a little bit and then lift your palms, lift your fingers here, show me your palms. Come forward, keep the arms straight, lift your palms, lift your thumbs. Sit back, lift your fingers up to the sky, any amount you can, creating creases in the front of your wrist. So try this a few times. We're lifting the palms and the thumbs, place the palms down, and then show me your palms. Lift the fingertips up to the sky. Good, try that again. Inhale, lift. Exhale. It's like you're pulling the base of your hand back in space energetically. Try that again. Inhale, lift, warming up the wrists, warming up the hands, and then pull. Try that one more time. Inhale, feeling each finger, feeling each knuckle. Good, and then exhale. Try to really spread through your hands here as much as you can. Good, back into your tabletop. Let's do a couple circles over to the right. So really gripping the ground here with your fingers, suction cupping the palms to the earth, and also getting into those hips as well. And then we'll switch directions, hips over to the left. And just being quite organic about it. It's early, so take time to really warm up the body slowly. Good, and then when you're ready, we'll come back to our tabletop. You're gonna lift your right heel up towards the sky and then see if you can arch a bit through the spine. So gaze is forward and then round everything in. Knee to your nose, point your toes. Try that again. Inhale, I lift the heel, I lift my gaze. And then exhale, I round. Try that again. So try to keep hugging your left hip into center. Arms are straight, index finger and thumb are really connected to the ground. Round. Good. Now when you're ready, let's reach that right heel back up to the sky, but hug that front body in quite a bit. And just a couple little pulses here. Try to lift from the smile line of your bum cheek. And then we'll lift it up, take the knee out to the side, dog on a hydrant, so knee in line with your hip, and tiny little pulses here. Just lifting and lowering about maybe an inch. Good, now lift and pause. Circle it all the way back around. Cross it behind, open up your shin. Sit back towards your right heel. Come onto your fingertips and just do a couple little pulses here. So sit back and then come forward. So like eagle legs. Press down through your feet, lift your front knee up, and then come forward. So getting into those hips. Sit back and nice stretch into those outer hips. And come forward. Last one, sit back and pause here for a breath. Inhaling into the back of your pelvis and the side of your hips. Good. Come forward. Circle your back leg. So lift your right heel. Knee out to the side, step to the outside of your right hand. Peel your right arm up to the sky and just twist a little bit. And then weave the arm underneath. You can reach or you can grab your shoulder. Try that again. Right sit bone is heavy as you inhale. Exhale, weave it underneath. Reach, 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 maybe grab. One more time. Inhale, gaze is up at your hand if that feels okay in the neck. And then exhale, weave it under. Maybe look over your shoulder. Good. Take your hand down. We'll take that leg all the way back to your tabletop. Curl the toes under and then lift the hips up and back. Find your downward dog. Okay, so feet about hips distance, hands about shoulder distance. Okay, we're gonna bend the knees nice and generously, reach your chest towards your thighs, and then shoot yourself forward into your plank. Hips up and back, downward dog. Good, bend your knees, reach your chest towards your thighs, really pushing through the index finger and thumb, and then shoot yourself forward. Try to keep your legs straight, your glutes working. Good, hips up and back, last time. Bend your knees, lift the hips up and back, lengthen through the sides of your waist. Good, and then when you're ready, come forward to your plank and just pause here for 3. Tuck your tail, push down to the hands, really puff up in between the shoulders. Gaze is straight down. Good, now when you're ready, take your knees down. Find your tabletop again. Okay, so we're gonna lift the left heel this time. So reach it up to the sky, arch through the spine a bit, but don't drop the belly heavy. Keep lifting the low belly and then round everything in. Point through your toes, knee to your nose. Try that again. So we're keeping our arms as straight as we can here, hugging that right hip into center. So I'm not leaning the hip over to the side. And then really moving with the breath. Each time you do this, the back bends a little bit deeper. And then exhale, round it in. Now lift that heel back up, but more of a neutral spine here. So lift that front body up into the back body and then little pulses where that smile line of the bum cheek is, lifting and lowering the heel a little. Take the knee out to the side, dog on a hydrant, same thing. So knee in line with your hip, lifting and lowering just a little bit, accessing those glutes, lifting, circle it all the way around. Cross it behind, open up your shins, sit back towards your back heel, come onto your fingertips, and then come forward a little bit. So just getting into, just noticing those tips today. Come forward a little bit, come back. Try to lift your front knee a little bit off the ground, press through the tops of your feet. Good, now sit back, take a moment here. This hip is going to be different. Maybe let your head go, breathe. You're gonna come forward. We're gonna circle that back leg all the way around. Go nice and slow. Lift your heel, take the knee out to the side. Try to hover as long as you can as you step to the outside of the hands. Peel your left arm up. If you need a hand on a block, go for it. I'm gonna weave the arm underneath. You can grab that right shoulder or reach the arm to the side. Try that again. Inhale, drop that left sit bone a little heavier. Press through the left heel. And then exhale, weave it underneath. One more time, inhale, lift it up. Exhale, weave it underneath. Good, take a moment to take the hand down, step back to your tabletop. Good, curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back, find that downward dog. And feel free to move around here if you need to, pedaling the heels, swaying the hips, shaking out the head a little. Okay, we'll try this again. You're gonna bend your knee, stick your bum out as much as you can, broaden those sit bones. Come forward to your plank. Try that again, hips up and back, downward dog. Bend your knees generously. And then come forward to your plank, shoulders above your wrists. Hips up and back, downward dog. Straighten the legs just a tiny bit more. And then bend your knees. Good, shoot yourself forward to that plank. Pause here. You can stay right here, or you're going to press into your left hand and see if you can reach your right hand towards the outer thigh. Press the two together and then place the hand down. Okay, lean into your right hand, really pressing down through your feet as you take your left hand to your thigh. Push the two together, keep the gaze down. Take the hand down, good work. Hips up and back, downward dog. Okay, and just take a couple breaths here just to settle, find a bit of stillness. Try to wrap the armpits towards the heart, lengthen through the sides of the neck. Good, when you're ready, let's look forward, bend your knees. You walk, you step, or you hop to the top of your mat. You can take your big toes to touch or have your feet hips distance here. Halfway lift when you're ready, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold yourself in. Hands can go behind the calves or to the ground. Good, push down through the feet, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Inhale. And then arms down by your side, exhale. Surya Namaskari. Inhale, full breath in, looking up at your fingertips. And then exhale, lengthen forward. Take the hands to the backs of the legs as you fold yourself into the thighs. Halfway lift, fingertips to the shins, lengthen. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step back to your plank. Okay, come forward onto your tippy toes. Take the knees to the ground first and then lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Roll the shoulders into the back. Lift your chest. Push down through each finger and toe. Take a breath here. Lower yourself down to the ground. Push yourself up. So feel the front body hugging into the back body as you push. Curl the toes under, hips up and back, downward dog. And feel free if the hamstrings are tight today to bend the knees, okay, especially if you're rounding through the spine here. Really work towards extending. It's like you're lifting the tailbone to where the ceiling and wall meets. Okay, the crown of the head is reaching a bit forward and down on the diagonal. There's this nice long line of energy. Good, take one more good inhale here and one more good exhale. Let's bring the gaze forward. Bend your knees generously. You walk, you step, or you hop to the top of your mat. Keep switching your feet. Halfway lift when you get there. Inhale. Exhale, fold yourself in. Sweep your arms up to the sky. Inhale, lengthen through the sides of the waist as much as you can. And then standing tall, arms down by your side. Keep that length. Try this one more time. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, lengthening, then folding yourself in. Halfway lift, inhale, weight into your toes. Good, bend the knees, plant the hands, step or hop to your plank. Good, come onto your tippy toes. If you'd like to try this, it's chaturanga. Come down halfway. You can do this on your knees as well. Pull the heart through, find your upward dog. Little bend in your elbows. And then hips up and back. You can do up and over the toes or one foot at a time. Downward facing dog. Okay, so 3 generous breaths here. Try to listen to the sound of your breath with one of your ears and listen to the sound of my voice with the other. And each exhale, maybe you go a little bit deeper into this shape, into this space. Good. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to slowly, okay, take the knees down to the ground. You're going to take your right knee behind your left. Open up your shins. If you'd like, you can sit on a block here or a cushion. Okay, you're going to come all the way down. So bum comes to the prop or the floor. Open up your shins a little bit and just try to stack the knees as best you can. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, we're going to inhale here and exhale. Reaching the right arm up to the sky. Turn the palm to point back as you bend your elbow. Okay, take that left hand to the elbow, pushing the elbow up into the hand. My head's going to press into the arm and keep seeing if you can find that hug of the ribs in towards the back ribs. And we're just relaxing what we can in the tops of the thighs here. And then we'll slowly release the arm. Walk your hands a bit forward if you want. Inhale here. Maybe exhale, take a little gentle fold. Let the head maybe be heavy as you drop through the sit bones. Good, one more good breath here. We'll walk our hands back. Come all the way up to seated. Okay, I'm going to lean forward, reach the hands forward. We're going to circle that back leg. So lift the right heel up again, knee out to the side, dog on a hydrant. Step as lightly as you can to the outside of your hand. Feel free to have your blocks here if you would like on the outsides of your feet. Curl the toes under and lift your back knee so that you're in a lunge. Right knee is above your heel. Peel the right arm up to the sky for the easy twist. And then you're going to straighten your front leg any amount that you can as you weave your right arm underneath the armpit. Try that again. So easy twist, try to keep your back leg straight and then weave the arm underneath. Keep trying to hug your outer hips into center as you twist and then weave it under. Take your hands down to the blocks. Okay, step back to your plank position first, and then hips up and back, downward dog. So hands can stay on the block, so they can be on the ground, totally up to you. Bend your knees, stick out your bum. Come forward to your plank. Good, hips up and back. Three-legged dog, reach that right leg up and back, point through your toes. Good, then take that knee into your chest, nice and slowly step forward to the right block or the right thumb here. Turn your back heel in and down, so heels are somewhat in line for Trikonasana. So hand can stay on the block here, can come up to the shin, reach the left arm up to the sky, rotate your chest open, come all the way up into the reverse, reach the right arm up and over, walk your fingertips down your leg. Windmill the arms to the blocks. Good, you can reach them forward or reach the fingertips forward and lift your left leg, half moon. Try that again. So I land my left foot down. Okay, take the blocks down, open up your chest. So spiral that upper and mid back open a bit more. Come all the way up, reverse it, reach the right arm up and over. Try to keep your top arm straight, push through your front toes. Windmill your arms, reach your fingertips, reach your blocks forward and then lift your leg up. So try to flex your top foot a lot. Good, one more time here, land it lightly. Good, come into the triangle pose. Really see if you can draw that right hip back, engage through the top glute, open up your shoulder, and then come all the way up, reverse it, right arm up and over, walk those fingertips a little bit further down the leg, and then windmill the arms. Again, I'm reaching forward till those blocks or those fingertips are underneath my shoulders when I lift. Okay, and I'm gonna try to see if I can lean into the right hand. Maybe see if I can hover or get lighter on my left fingertips. Maybe I take my left hand to my outer thigh and I press my thigh into my hand. So I'm really lifting that leg up. One more breath. Take your hand down to the block. Okay, level out your hips here. Now I'm gonna cross my left knee to my outer right ankle. Okay, any amount that you can, and then lift it back up. Okay, so you can also use no blocks, or you can just get lighter on the blocks here and come up. And just try it one more time. So knee goes towards the outside of the ankle. You're trying to get the knee to the floor as close as you can, and then take it down. Come down to your bum, or again, down to a cushion or a block. Okay, we're coming into this seated twist. Okay, so I'm going to sit up nice and tall first. Take the left elbow to the front of the knee, and I want you to clasp your hands at your chest. So I'm going to inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, see if you can twist a little deeper. So you're going to get that stretch into the hip here as well, into the outer thigh. Inhale. Let's see if the right sit bone can be a bit heavier. Exhale. And then just notice if you're gripping here in this left hip crease. See if you can soften that and lengthen the inner thigh and knee forward. One more breath here. Maybe you start to look over your right shoulder. We'll slowly unravel. Just turn to the left for a moment. Take the arm to the inside of the knee. Sit up a little taller. Inhale. And exhale. We'll come through center. I'm going to lean back. You're going to release the foot. I'm going to step it forward. Come onto the left knee. Find your high lunge. Sweep your arms up to the sky on the inhale. Good. Step to the front of your mat. Bring your feet about hips distance apart. Find a nice wide chair. Take your right elbow on top of your left. Intertwine the forearms, eagle arms. You're going to inhale, lift the chest like we did at the beginning of class. And then exhale, rounding everything in. So try that again. Inhale, keep the knees bent. The hips are heavy. Exhale, round everything in. One more time. Inhale, extending through the spine. Exhaling, finding some flexion. Good. When you're ready, release the arms, sweep them up, find your chair pose. Good. Belly in between your thighs. Fold yourself in, straighten the legs. Halfway lift. Inhale. Good. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step into your plank. Good. Reach your heart forward. This is your chaturanga, or you go down to the floor. Upward dog or cobra. And then downward facing dog. Good. Taking a moment here. Good. We're going to come down to the knees. Good. So take your left leg behind your right this time. So eagle legs again. Okay, or Gomukhasana. So you can come to sit on a block, sit on a cushion if you'd like. Sit your hips back. You can also do this version that we already did. Okay, so you can do this version here as well. Okay, opening up, taking a seat, stacking the knees. This hip again is different. So just noticing. Taking a moment, taking a breath here before you lift your left arm up to the sky. Turn your palm back, bend your elbow, and grab hold of it with the right hand. Just pushing the elbow up into the hand. Again, hugging those ribs into the back body. And just letting the hips start to settle a bit more with each exhale. Releasing the arms down when you're ready. Stay here or walk the fingertips forward. If you want, you can always take a block underneath your forehead to support your head, or you're letting your head be heavy. And just breathing here, inhaling and exhaling. Let's take one more here. Inhale and exhale. Good. Slowly walk your hands back. Come all the way up. Take a moment. We'll lean back a little bit. Reach the hands forward. And then circle your left leg. So your back leg lifts. Lift the heel, knee out to the side, dog on a hydrant. Hover as long as you can as you step it to the outside of your hand. You can use your blocks here if you would like. Okay, any height that you need. Curl the back toes under, find your lunge. Left knee is above your heel, strong back leg. Peel your left arm up to the sky, easy twist. And then weave the arm underneath the armpit as you straighten your front leg. Try that again. Inhale. Exhale. You can grab your shoulder here if you want. Inhale, opening up through those hamstrings, and exhale. Take your hands down to the ground or the block, step back to your plank. Hips up and back, downward dog. Bend your knees generously, reach your chest towards your thighs. Shoot yourself forward to your plank. Good, hips up and back, downward dog. Reach your left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Take your knee into your nose here, round everything in. Really round the spine as much as you can, tuck your tail, and then step your left foot lightly in between the blocks. Turn your back heel in and down. Triangle pose, so hands can stay on the blocks. And remember, you can take these blocks any height that you want here. Peel your right arm up. So I'm opening up through that right shoulder. Come all the way up. And then reverse it. Reach your left arm up. Walk your right fingertips down your leg. Gazes up. Windmill your arms. Take the hands to blocks of the ground. Reach forward. Push through your bottom foot. Lift your top leg. So right leg really trying to straighten. Okay, again, landing those toes down to the ground. Good. Open up that right shoulder. Trikonasana. So engaging through that top glute, drawing your left hip back. Come all the way up, pushing down through your feet. Reverse it, left arm up and over. Walk your fingertips down your leg. Windmill the arms. Take the hands down, push down to the bottom foot. Lift that right leg. Really flex your top foot. One more time here. Land the toes down lightly. Good. Triangle pose, your deepest pose yet here. Keep drawing the top of your left side back. Opening up through those right ribs, that right shoulder. Come all the way up. And then reverse it. Find a bit more space on the side of your waist. Windmill the arms. Last half moon. Okay, so pushing up, lift that right leg up. Try to turn the toes and the knees to point to the side. You stay here or get lighter on those right fingertips. Maybe take the right hand to the outer thigh and push the two together. Hold here. Take your hand back down. Level off your hips. Cross that right knee to the outer left ankle. These are little shrimp squats here. So take that knee as close as you can down to the ground. and then extend your leg. So just try this a couple times here, getting into that ankle. And then extend. And one more time here. You can also try it without using your hands. Try to come down to the ground as slowly as you can. So come down to the shin, come down to the bum. Good, into our twist. So again, you can take something underneath your sit bones. Okay, sitting up nice and tall. Stay here or clasp your hands. They're gonna come to the chest. So I'm gonna take the elbow to the front of the knee. Knuckles come to my chest. Open up the chest to the left. I'm gonna inhale here. And exhale, twist a little deeper. So you might feel this nice deep stretch there in the outer thigh and the hip. Inhale. Maybe start to look over your back shoulder. Exhale. Try not to grip this right hip here. Keep lengthening that inner thigh and knee a bit more forward. Now we'll come through center and just twist to the other direction. And we'll come through center, lean back a little bit. So I'm gonna step the left foot forward, come onto the shin and step into my high lunge. Left leg is forward, sweep your arms up, take a moment here. Press into your left foot, step forward into this wide chair, left elbow on top of the right. Intertwine or hold onto shoulder blades. Stay in this chair, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, round everything in. So try this again. Feel like you're ripping apart the center of the mat with your feet here so the knees aren't knocking in or knocking out. We'll stay nice and strong here as we're strong in the hips and the legs, nice and fluid in the upper body. Reach the arms up, find your chair pose, take a breath. Good, belly in between your thighs, straighten your legs, let yourself fold. I just want you to pause here for a moment. Good, I just want you to sway a bit, let your head go, any tension, any stress that's accumulated for you, the neck and the shoulders throughout your sleep, just try to let it go. Good, halfway lift when you're ready, inhale. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to your plank. Good, when you're ready, reach the heart forward. This is chaturanga or you go down to the ground. Upward dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Good. Take a nice good breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Good. Whenever you're ready, let's look forward. You're going to bend the knees. You're going to hop to a squat here. Come down to the bum and extend the legs forward. Okay, so you can grab your blocks here, take them down with you or take your pillow down with you. Okay, we're gonna come onto the heels, reach the arms forward, chin to the chest, tuck your tail. We're just gonna roll ourselves down nice and slowly. Okay, piece by piece. So your low back, your middle back, your upper back, the neck, and the head. We'll walk our feet in so that the heels are underneath the knees. And then we'll start with the arms down by your side here. I'm gonna push down through the hands, push down through the feet, and just slowly tuck your tailbone under, press the low back into the ground and start to lift the hips. Start to lift the low back, the middle back, the upper back. Come onto your shoulders, snuggle them in a little bit. Stay here. You can also clasp the hands underneath the hips, reaching the knuckles forward and down. And then once you get there, see if you can let the front ribs be heavier into the back ribs. My chin is lifted slightly, gaze is up. Maybe the eyes start to close. Good, take a nice, good breath here. And then slowly release the fingers. Peel yourself down, one vertebrae at a time. We're not rushing. Giving yourself a nice massage there along the spine. Let your pelvis be heavy. Take your hands to your belly. Inhale. And exhale. Good, we're gonna try this again. So pressing down through the hands. Okay, pressing down through the feet. Tuck your tailbone. Low back presses into the ground first, then you lift. I'm using my glute strength here. Nice and slowly. If you'd like to stay in your bridge, you stay here. You'd like to take your hands beside your ears, turn your fingertips out a little bit, come onto the crown of your head, hugging those elbows in. So you might stay here today. You might start to straighten your arms. Holding for 1. Breathe for 2. And for 3. Chin will come to your chest if you're up. Slowly make your way all the way back down onto the back. Take your hands to your belly. Take a moment here. Good. You're going to take the knees into the chest for a second. Just really press again that low back into the floor. Hug your knees into your chest. If you'd like, move around a little bit. Give yourself a massage. We're going to take the feet down, and either you're using a pillow underneath your knees or you're using blocks. Bottoms of your feet together, and let the blocks, let the pillow support your outer thighs and knees. You can take your arms down by your side or bring them into a cactus position. And just feeling this nice inner thigh stretch here. Try not to overdo it, just until you're feeling a little sensation. Just making sure that your legs feel supported here, your pelvis feels supported. And try to relax the back of your hips into the ground. And so now we're starting to slow the breath down. We'll inhale here. Take a gentle pause at the top and then exhale. Again, like that, inhaling. Try to fill the belly, fill the rib cage, pausing at the top. And then exhale everything out of the lungs. Inhale. Pausing at the top. Exhale every last drop out. Good. We'll straighten one leg and then the other, taking the blocks underneath or the pillow underneath the hamstring, the knees. If you'd like to do legs up the wall or legs on a chair, that's a nice option as well. Palms down by your side. Open up through your chest. And if you'd like to place something over your eyes for Shavasana, I highly recommend that. Just moving around until you feel pretty balanced, pretty comfortable. Taking these first, few moments here. So notice where you're still working. You're still putting forth efforts. Gently asking yourself to let go, to surrender, to soften the support of the earth. Try not to rush to get to what's happening next. But see if you can bask a bit more in the space that you've created. This lightness and this ease. Giving yourself permission to stay a bit more longer in this moment. Feel free to stay here for as long as feels good. If you're ready to start coming out, just making the movements very gentle. Eventually bringing the knees into the chest. Coming over onto your side in the fetal position. Press into the top hands. Roll yourself up to a seat on your block or on your pillow. It can be cross-legged. It can be one foot in front of the other. It can be hero pose. So I really encourage you, if you do have the time, to sit a bit longer. Best time to practice meditation is after a movement practice. The body is a little less restless, the mind a little quieter. So maybe the seat is a bit more attainable for you. Take our hands together in front of the chest. Bringing the chin slightly towards the heart, bowing inwards. Taking a couple moments here to be grateful. Grateful for this practice, for this body, for this day. Thank all of you so much for sharing your energy this morning. Namaste. If there's any questions or comments, let me know. Enjoy your day.